Coming up on A75 News at 2:30, Santos remains defiant. I'll tell you how. Coming up. Also, New York City redesigns intersections. We'll tell you which ones. And the city here in a few minutes.
And we also do have time right now, but the clouds will be moving in. And we also do have a yellow alert in effect for Friday, but it will warm up. And also, we do have to watch out for a cold front that could potentially come through, or a cool down could come in next week.
Alrighty, thank you, Chris. Thanks for joining us on A75 News. I'm David here, your news anchor for the day. Let's go ahead and take a look at today's top stories across New York. Representative George Santos remains defiant as House to vote on explosion this week. Embattled Republican Representative George Santos remained defiant Thursday at the House, prepares to take up a third resolution to expel him from Congress. 2 weeks after the House Ethics Committee said it found overwhelming evidence that he violated federal law. At a news conference outside the Capitol, Santos repeated criticisms of his colleagues in Congress and said he was watching them. And he said, in quote, "Wasted American people time and over again." And as a quote, the congressman from New York warned the expelling him is going to be undoing of many House members. This will haunt them in the future where elegans and suffocants to have members removed from Congress when duly elected by their people in their respective states and districts, he said. Santos accused his fellow House members of seeking to link him with a group of just 5 other former lawmakers who were expelled from the lower chamber, 3 of whom took up arms from the conferency during the Civil War and 2 who were convicted of federal crimes. "This is bullying," he said, one of the measures introduced by the head of the House Ethics Committee, seeking to expel him. "It's all theater. It's theater for the cameras. It's theater for the microphones, and theater for the American people." Santos rebuked the current state of the House, saying it's represented chaos, and renewed allegations against others in the chamber who, he said, have engaged in their own wrongdoing. New York City is resigning thousands of intersections. They're stepping up to make efforts to make intersections safer for pedestrians. Mayor Eric Adams says the city is going to work on thousands and resign thousands of intersections with raised crosswalks and expanded pedestrian spaces. And quote, "Everything from street design to daylight hour intersection, doubling our efforts for the 1,000 intersection resigns to over 2,000, end of quote," Adam told reporters this morning. The mayor also said that the NYPD will start including traffic violence in its crime status reporting, and the city will make safety improvements to heavy-duty vehicles in the fleet. Well, Chris, it's definitely some nice walking weather outside for sure this afternoon. What's the weather going to look like right now?
The weather The weather right now is around mostly sunny skies to partly cloudy skies. But tonight it will get to mostly cloudy skies around 7 and 10 p.m. But overall, still very nice. With a little bit, it's going to be pretty warm. 46. 4 p.m. it's going to be 51. 7 and 10 p.m. it's going to be 46 and 45. 10 p.m. 45. 7 p.m. 46. But around 1 a.m. it's actually going to start to clear out with partly cloudy skies. 44 degrees. Your alert map, nothing on the alert map, but your radar also nothing. That's what's going to be good walking weather. And your severe weather outlook, nothing. I'll pass it back to David.
All right, thank you, Chris, for the first check of weather. A warrant has been issued for arrest of a Buffalo Bills linebacker, Von Miller. Dallas police confirmed. On November 29th, yesterday, police were called to a condo building in uptown Dallas. Police say Miller got into a verbal argument with a pregnant woman that escalated to assault. Miller left the scene before they arrived. Police say the victim was treated for minor injuries. He'll be charged with assault of a pregnant person. Quote, this morning, we were made aware of an incident involving Von Miller, Buffalo Bills Director of Commissions, Kevin Kern said. We are in the process of gathering more information and will have no further comment at this point. The NFL said they are aware of the matter and have been in contact with the club and have no further comment. Continuing playing in college at Texas A&M University. Again, this is a developing story. Stay here for further information and updates. Lawmakers in New Jersey are calling congestion pricing an added tax on citizens of the Garden State who work in Manhattan. The state is suing the federal government, but fears our New Jersey won't get its day in court until the tolls become a reality. An event Thursday to break ground on the Hudson Tunnel project on the side of the river. Governor Phil Murphy was expected to address the state's ongoing congestion pricing fight. New Jersey Representative Josh released a statement saying, as advertised, New York's officials sticking it to Jersey's families with their commuter, crushing congestion tax on top of existing tolls. It will be $15 every day to go into the city with no discounts at George Washington Bridge. Thousands of dollars a year to drive to work. Again, this is still a developing story with the story as well. Kristen Gillibrand is being more proactive again, fighting against robocalls. New York's junior U.S. Senator said Thursday the growth of AI has provided scammers with a new tool and tactics, making their schemes more sophisticated and dangerous. And quote, don't take that bait. If someone calls and is in trouble about something, immediately ask for the number and hang up and then call a loved one. Gilbert said. The senator said she is proposing legislation to enhance penalties for preparators and bolster consumer protections. Coming up, congestion pricing in New York City. And also, non-profit coding classes are now open for students. We'll explain and talk more about this when we return. Welcome back to A75 News at 2:30. I'm David. Today is the 30th of November, the last day of November on this day. Excuse me. We're getting a much clearer idea of what concentration pricing is going to cost drivers when it kicks in. Our team, Mark Carmer, attained a draft report that recommended a $15 toll from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on weekends for drivers entering the central business district below 60th Street. Carmer answered some of the top questions about concentration pricing live with Chris Warge and Mary Clough Thursday morning on WCBS TV, which is CBS New York. So, what does congregation pricing mean for New York drivers or New Jersey drivers? Rag said New Jersey drivers have been worried for a long time. They've also found out there's no toll forgiveness for George Washington Bridge drivers, especially. So, what is the reaction coming in from New Jersey from people like Representative Josh Gunner and such? Again, a whole report of the story you can find on CBS New York. Our friends over there have some more information. All right. Welcome back. The nonprofit program Code Nation is bridging the gap between tech professionals and unserved schools. Wedley Secondary School in Harlem specializes in arts education, but now coding is on the curriculum open up new opportunities. An introduction to illustration with words typed across a screen brings out a new perspective to teens who are normally more comfortable painting and drawing the old-fashioned way. And quote, it's a completely different experience because I'm used to just like using my hands and stuff, said Daryl, which is age 16. And he said, now I can just type in it, and it's like right there. And quote, it's cool to see them bring those artistic interests and endeavors and kind of fuse them into curriculum, added Code Nation program manager Jack Whitsett. Izzy, age 16, wants to use a new tool she is learning to further her experiences as a comic book artist. On top of fields and fellowships, the Connections offer an introduction into professional networking and an annual survey of all students, which shows their growth with this. All right, let's go to Chief Forecaster Chris Azzolni with a full forecast check for this afternoon. Chris?
So, right now around 4 p.m., it is partly cloud. It's going to be partly cloudy skies. 51 is your temperature. But around 7 and 10 p.m., it's going to get cloudy. Mostly cloudy skies. 46 at 7 p.m., 10 p.m., 45, and 1 a.m. is going to start to clear out. Partly cloudy skies, 44. Alert map, not one. Your radar, nothing on the radar. Your SPC outlooks, nothing on the SPC outlooks. But your flood outlook, also nothing. Tomorrow's forecast, but you see, as you guys notice, around 7 a.m., it's actually going to be clear skies. Temperature of 41. But once you get into like the 12 p.m. hours, the noon hours, it's gonna be cloudy, 49 degrees. But once 5 p.m. comes, that's when your rain really starts to come in. 49 temperature degrees. Sorry. Your 7-day forecast. Friday, we actually do have a yellow alert tomorrow. We issue yellow alerts and red alerts. So Friday, we have an 82% chance of rain, high of 51, low of 45. But Saturday and Sunday, Saturday's going to be mostly cloudy skies. And also Sunday and Monday are going to be rainy. Sunday, 60% chance of rain. Monday, 40% chance of rain. Sunday, 54 degrees, and Monday 50 degrees. And Sunday, the low is going to be 45. Monday, the low is going to be 39. This week, we're going to be in the low 50s to the mid 50s and the mid 40s. And Wednesday is actually going to start to cool down. Wednesday and Thursday is going to start to cool down. 31 degrees and 35 degrees on Thursday. And that is your 7-day forecast. and partly cloudy Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
All right. All right. Thank you, Chris, for that forecast. Coming up, we're talking about how a fight breaks out at the tree lighting yesterday. We'll talk more about that when we return to A75 News at 3:30. 2:30. 7 people were arrested Wednesday night after fights broke out during a pro-Palestinian demonstration just a few blocks away from the Rockefeller Center. This all happened as thousands gathered to watch the annual Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting. The NYPD was expecting a demonstration and amped up security response, knowing it would be a chaotic scene with a rally right next to the tree lighting. But despite the provisions, demonstrators were able to break through the barricades and at some points even surround a physical fight with police. One person faces a felony charge of criminal mischief, and 6 others were issued desk appearance tickets for obstructing governmental agitation. A 15-year-old was also issued a juvenile report. NYPD officers sprinted through 6th Avenue where police clashed with demonstrators off 47th Street, blocks away from the annual tree lighting. More than 1,000 people gathered for a demonstration in support of Palestinians. Earlier, organizers told A75 New York News they anticipated a peaceful night, but arrests swiftly began, starting with a fight breaking out over someone holding up a sign of a swastika. Police said this did not disrupt a nearby tree lighting celebration, which is good news to hear. All right, let's start over to things with Chief Forecaster Chris for the final check of the 7-day forecast.
So the final check of the forecast. Friday, we do have a yellow alert day which means possibility of some possibly not so great conditions out there. We have an 82% chance of rain, 51 is your high, 45 is your low. Saturday and Sunday, mostly cloudy skies. Sunday, rain chances. On Saturday, we only have a 20% chance of rain, but Sunday, we have a 60% chance of rain. We need to watch out for Saturday and Monday. And also, but Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it's going to be partly cloudy skies. This week, we're going to be in the mid-50s to the low 40s, to the mid-40s, low 40s, and also low 50s. But around Wednesday and Thursday, Wednesday's going to be 31 degrees. That cold air is likely possibly coming back for Wednesday and Thursday. And that is your 7-day forecast.
All right, definitely looking okay on the 7-day forecast. Definitely will take the cooler temperatures, but 40s. Pretty chilly.
Yeah, but we're actually warming up. We're going to be in the mid to low 50s this week.
Man, I'll take that.
Yeah. I actually prefer it to be colder.
Alrighty. Yeah. Many people do. And again, it's late fall now. Tomorrow's meteorological winter, so we're about here for winter.
You're not expecting cold.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Thanks for joining us for A75 News at 2:30. We'll see you back here at 3:30.